See me. How y'all doing? Y'all, this is the doc. This is seeing all knowing on YouTube and the knowing on Facebook. Just coming in with a quick video. Um Cleaning some boneless thighs for Thanksgiving. The ones who do not know me, I am Dr. Lisa Knowing. I am a licensed clinical psychologist for by profession, but I do not bring that on here. But I do give pointers. And I'm coming with another video. I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to come on. Share the light, share the love. Yeah, share the light, share the love. Everybody always asks me, what is that behind you? It's a pot set. My pots are in the ceiling. I got so many of them. But I came on to let you all know that I will most definitely have our little raffle tomorrow. I will screen from both. If you have not bought a ticket, that doesn't mean you won't have an opportunity to win. Some people I'm going to send a nice box to that has always been so special to the channel. And y'all, you know, the reason why I go so hard for elderly people is because a lot of elderly people only receive $700 and $800 a month. I wanted to talk about this because I don't know, have you all heard about it? But it's a place called Magnolia Manor. And hey, Miss Marcia, hey, Greg, hey, Miss Harris. It is called Magnolia Manor. And they're everywhere, you know. I want to say one is around Columbus, maybe Savannah. I mean, it's several of them. One is in Americus, Buena Vista, I think. Martianville, maybe. But there's a lot of them. And I follow this page to where this young lady went in to see her mother. And the breakfast was there from lunch. It was there from breakfast as well as dinner. Her mother's not able to feed herself. Hello, Benjamin. And y'all don't forget to thumbs the video up. Hey, Greg. And nobody tried to feed her. So her mother would go several days, according to what I was reading, and nobody fed her. So she taped it, and she took it to the leadership staff, according to what I read allegedly, and she showed them all the things that is happening, and they tried to sweep it up under the rug, according to what I read. And then another lady came on, because they have to, approve you within 24 hours. And it was a very interesting group because, I love elderly people. And sometimes when minds get like a little bit full, can't take it no more, they'll say, come on out here and sign me up. So I'm always trying to seek information on elderly homes, assisted living, just to help my seniors. And I'm not on here to bash anybody because I don't do that. But I will tell you, those homes are not what a lot of families think they are. They're not. When you go there, and this is a shame on the family as well, when you go to see about your loved one, and your loved one, yes, I'm good, and your loved one have sores from their buttocks all the way down to their feet. I don't care what nobody say. They're not being cared for properly. And people don't want you to say that. And everybody keeps saying, but isn't there ombudsman? Well, I thought ombudsman was powerful. Now I'm finding out they're letting these people lay there in their filth. Hey, Miss Harris, girl. Hey, Miss Marcia. Hey, y'all. Benjamin. Maria. Hey, y'all. Yeah. Was this guy? I'm not a guy. I'm not a guy, I'm a woman. So if you're looking to speak to see what a guy's talking about, then I suggest you find you another page before you find yourself blocked. Because I didn't ask you to come over here on no pages. And don't come over here with no picture calling somebody a guy and we don't know how you look. Okay? It's sad. And they have receipts for this. They have recorded these things. You know, it's just sad. And so, you know, people are saying they're thinking about taking their family home. But if you could take care of your family, why you wouldn't keep them home? I got 9 people on the live and I don't have but 4 likes. Can I get the likes up before I go to my next story? Remember, you all, I will be streaming from YouTube tomorrow too. And YouTube will have an opportunity to win some gifts as well. So, that's at 8 o'clock. You know, 2 people are going to receive some boxes. I'm already receiving them. Some people don't like to be drawn, and I get it. But I'm just saying it's just so sad when you're there to do a job and to help the elderly, but you don't. Some of them people had on being watched since they was there. What you mean since they were there? Well, they got there 6 months ago and ain't nothing happened. See, people got receipts about this. But before I go on, I want to just say a little bit about the Tittle and TDJs. I think a lot of people are taking this stuff out of context because they need a little content. I don't need no. But this is the thing. He's a man just like everybody else, and he has to give accountability for the things that he's done. That's just how it is. Yes, it's very sad. Greg, I have seen. Let me just. I would never put a family member in nursing home. Never. Enough. Come through, Miss Marcia. You know, when my mother fell the other day, Miss Marcia, sure y'all was on here, you know. They took her to the doctor initially. I was out of town. So last week we took her, back to the emergency room to have tests. Her primary doctor took her because when that happened, she wasn't in town. And so he did all kind of tests, sent her to the hospital to do all kind of tests and everything. And she told me, she looked at me, she said, I ain't going to no home. I said, the only way you'll go, I won't be on this earth. You going nowhere. And she said, okay, but see, I don't know. My mother is 78. My mama can't do what she used to do. And I would say this, it's the anniversary coming up for my sister's death 1 year. And I think my mother is displaying some of that sadness for my sister. Like I said, I don't bash people. But nursing home is not the way to go. They're not. And some people say, what you looking for? Well, Tia about boneless thighs because she like them. But when you're dealing with boneless thighs, you got to clean them. See, I got to get all this fat off of them. Then I got to wash them real good. And then I'm going to put some lemon and lime in there and let it sit. And honey, it's going to be a bomb 10 out of 10. I don't do turkey. And things that I don't cook, don't do and eat, I ain't going to cook it. I am cooking turkey wings. I'm going to bake them in a bag. And I'll probably use a little juice off of there. And I'm going to bake the chicken broth off of the thighs. And I'm going to get them down to a good cooking boil. And I'm going to be able to cut them up because they're already boneless. And I'm going to cut them up. And when I cut them up and get ready to make up my dressing, I'm going to put them in there. Oh, yeah, y'all, the doc know it. People always say, Doc, we didn't know you could cook. I had an Auntie Betty. Come on now. That meant the world to me. And my mama was a cook. I've been married twice. I would think I could do something than to counsel and teach. Yeah, Greg. Because like I said, Tia has went to bed. She really was feeling bad tonight. And she said, Doc, I thought you was feeling bad too. But the thing about it is, y'all, before Till came and I had gotten, divorced, and I just know my mother was getting up in age, I got to a point where I leaned on God. That's the only person I leaned on. And when I got real sick, I just prayed and called on his name. And he always brought me through. Now, people do not believe this, but I'm sure Miss Marcia can attest for. I remember when my family had went to Disney World that particular year. I had just started a new gig on a Saturday helping people, so I couldn't go. Oh, Miss Marcia, girl, I'm gonna be praying for you, girl. You got any of your grandkids, girls, Miss Marcia? And so when people say, "Oh, those are old people, they don't know no better," old people have a voice just like we have a voice. They truly do. I can't mistreat anybody, but I'm not gonna mistreat an elderly person. And I know some elderly people who have been good all their life to people. I really do. And as soon as they start to go down, I'll say, not the way they used to be. Two girls, 14, 15, and they will, oh, good, they're going to help you, miss. Oh, yes. That's what I was getting at, girl, that you have any help in the kitchen. And a lot of times you're just not. At home, you could be mistreated. But some of the night shifts at some of those facilities, they don't even check on you. You can have a BM at 8, and that stuff may still be on you at 7 when your loved one comes. I ain't on here, so y'all ain't got to say, Doc, on that talking about. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling what nobody told me. I'm telling the truth. My uncle, my husband, my auntie husband, he stayed in the home 3.5 years. And she went every day around the clock. And when she would get there a little bit earlier than she's supposed to, I'm going to be everywhere. And when I say everywhere, to be everywhere. Be everywhere. And so, some people ask me how I started with elderly. I really started at, a facility. Going out there, visiting them, reading things, different holidays, taking them things that they may not have. They love the little socks from Dollar Tree. They love stationery, y'all. They love the crossword puzzles. They love the crayons. They love all of that. You hear me? They love it all. And so when I set out to help them, I said, Lord, I want them. And y'all, let me just show y'all what I'm doing. I know something. What is she doing? See, that's the chicken. I'm just cutting it up and cleaning it. Don't want to take all the fat off of it. But I want to just show y'all something for a minute. Here, right here. These are the search fund. Y'all, they don't cost much. Look out. We got the crayons and everything for them. This is more in there. And what a lot of people do not understand. Yeah, these are some of the things. And what people don't understand is that a lot of times when I'm sorry, y'all. A lot of times, y'all, that's just my thing up there what we trying to keep. Some type of strut they say was up there. So, honey, me and Tia do what we got to do. We went up there to the guy can come fix it. And we put us a board up there because we didn't want our pot to go down. But crossword puzzles, stationery, warm socks, Some of them like the mittens and things, and some of them that can, you have to ask. They like the peppermint and breath mints and stuff. Kleenex, and some of them like their clothes washed in a certain thing, and it's just a lot. Um, but a long time ago, when I was in third grade, we adopted an elderly person, and we would go sing Christmas carols, go there and make all kind of things for turkey, um, partake with the lunch with them, and just got a chance to know them. It was marvelous. No, most night workers. Yes, ma'am, Miss Marcy. I don't know how you know, girl, but I know what you do for a living. But they sleep all night. But Miss Marcy, this is the only thing I don't think. This is the only thing that I have always questioned. They are sleeping at night, and I know some of the people in the facility is aware of it. But why they can't get the work done, then take the nap? Hey, Miss Grace, why they can't do that? I asked somebody that. I said, why y'all can't just see about these people, then take your nap? And child, I ain't even gonna tell you what she said, Miss Marcia. I'm not. And then one of them, I don't know why this girl came and told me this is beyond me. But she said one of her patients, was experiencing dementia. And she said she walked in that morning. She didn't have time to fool with the patient, and the patient didn't have time to deal with her. I said, well, you should have went on back home. She said the lady told her, you don't come in my room today, BITCH. And she said, well, no, ma'am, I got to come in and change you or whatever. And she said the lady hauled off and tapped across the face and slapped her. Now, she told me verbatim. And I slapped the shit out of her, doctor. And I said, since you brought that language in here, I hope damn well you ain't got no job. She said, no, they fired me on the spot. And her family came up there thinking they gonna do something. Let me tell y'all something. Do you all think that every day I go see my old ladies? Let me tell you the age, just so you'll know. I help a lady that's 72. She's on a cane. She's been on a cane. And it's very hard for her to get that left knee going, okay? My mother is 78. I have to take care of her. But the 6 ladies are not included in my mother and my aunt. They're addition to. But if I'm going to help them, I'm going to help my aunt and my aunt and my mother. So the other one, okay, 70. My mother's 78. 72-year-old. I have an 80-year-old. I have an 86-year-old. And I have a 91-year-old. And periodically, I see one that's 88. Because sometimes her family, you know how families, when you go around helping people and your family ain't seen you in a year, here they come. So I go around with these ladies, and because I'm trusted, and I ain't gonna lie, they family have signed something that it's okay for them to go with me. So we go have our girls' day out to where I take them to a salon where I go. And most of them want mani and pedis. And some of them will get their eyes arched. And some of them won't. And we just have the greatest time. And they creature by habits. They love Long John Silver. And they love Arby's. And if we're in the Albany area, they likes Blackbeard. But most of the time, we're in the Savannah, in the Columbus area, and they like a place called Ezel's that sell catfish. And I'm telling y'all, when I take those elder ladies out, they're on Clyde 9. And when I'm having a bad day, they put me on Clyde now. And y'all know the story. Got to keep telling y'all these stories. The reason why they want me to come around all the time, because y'all know just as well as I know where their family at. Nowhere to be found. So I want to just come over to here and just say that and just let you know to be kind to everybody because that's what we're charged with. But most of all, be kind to the elderly people who can't help it, who can't do anything on their own. I've known people to go through their parents' money like they were drinking water. The value of things is not there anymore. And you can learn a lot of stuff from elderly people. You're right, Miss Marcia. Miss Marcia, and another thing that they do, when they're at the nursing station, and I'm assuming it's a rule in every facility, I'm not sure, but they bring all the residents up to to where their desk, the, you know, I guess they're all of them. The registered nurse, the RN, the CNA, I guess all of them share the same space, cubicle, whatever. But they'll bring all these people out, say right after breakfast, and at 6 o'clock, they still standing there with their head hung. Ain't nobody trying to readjust their pillows or anything like that. And so I just don't understand how they can go to sleep and leave them. And what if something happens? A person told me, Miss Marcia, why do you care so much about old folk? They talk crazy and they soon gonna go home. Well, I don't know if that's a true factor because every time I look around, it's young people going home, not the elderly. So it just gets, I didn't want to talk about Diddler tonight. I want to talk about some of the things that I've been hearing about these elderly people. And if you know that your parent, a great parent, a godparent, a parent that you love, cannot take care of him or herself, please, for God's sake, don't put them in a home. They're going to get mistreated. I don't know what I have to do or what we'll have to do, but we getting our ducks in order now, Miss Marcia. Because my old lady that's over there, she ain't going in no home. She's going to stay right at the house. Even if I got to go in there and get ramps and everything put in. Get different bathtubs put in. Get a life alert. And get a friend of hers to stay and pay her out of pocket. Yeah. On the weekends, she went out to work. I'll be there with her. But I know I work. I'm out of town a lot. But if something got wrong with my mama, I believe I'll be getting off the road. I really do. Sad. Oh, no, she should have been fired. Oh, yeah, she slapped the back, Miss Marcia. She said she called me a B, you know what I'm saying, BITCH. She said, I turned around dog. And she said, and the way they say the woman hit her, just, I could have looked over there. She said, I wasn't going to look over it, dog. I took the back of my hand and she said, I slapped the ish out of her. Now, how did you think that her children were going to look for you? How did you think you were going to keep that job? You're not. You're not. And that's going to follow her. People don't realize your work will follow you. Yes, ma'am, she was fired and has not been able to work around elderly people ever since then. Most often than not, they put them in houses. And they do, Miss Marcia. They do. They really do. I know somebody who said that he couldn't bear to see his mother going through that. I'm not a judgmental person, Miss Marcia. God knows I'm not. But when he told me that, I said, if that was me, I would find a way to go see my mother. My mother wouldn't be on me. I wouldn't have put my mother in a home 2 years ago and got to ask my brother and family, how she doing? When they get ready to clean and wipe my mama, I'll be right there with my gloves on, helping them wipe her. I love mine. My mama been good to us, me and all my sisters. She been good. My father died when I was 16. My mama gave her life for us. She did. Can you imagine a single woman raising 4 daughters? At the time my father died, I was 16. My mother never missed a beat when it came to us. Never. She always did right by us. Always. So in her older age, tell me how I could do wrong about my mama. I can't. If I'm going to go out and spend all my time helping these older ladies, you better believe my old lady going to be in there. And I'm not trying to be selfish about it, but my mother is 78. My mama ain't sharp as she was. So she needs me. Yes, thank you, Miss Marcia and Greg. Oh, yes. Yes, Greg, it makes a difference. And like I said, we're about to get my mother house to where if anything happens, everything will be done to make it easier for her. But if the Lord willing, and I got breath in my body, my mama ain't going. I have 2.5 years to go and I'm done. I'm done. When I say I'm done, I'm eligible for retirement, full retirement. So, a lot of people don't understand that. But my sisters and I graduated pretty much at 16, except for my oldest when she graduated at 15. Went on to do great things. I didn't mean to depress y'all, bore y'all, or anything. Y'all know me. I get to start talking about them elderly people. Oh, I'm going to get off of here, y'all. I love you. God loves you more. Miss Marcelle, I want to thank you again for everything. The encouragements, the go on, doc, and all of that. I want to thank you. I'm glad you like what I sent you. And I hope you continue to like it. Randomly, I send gifts out. I hope I remember about that season because I don't think you don't taste it, Miss Mercy, and I want you to taste it. Y'all, please, we have seasonings going on. We have sauce, mile hot. I will be doing a vendoring thing and hopefully come live. Maybe you'll see some of my stuff set up because I'm requested to do meatballs with my sauce. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do some chicken with it and drummets. And we're going to see how it goes. And I'm going to bring y'all to some of it. I love you. God loves you more. If y'all not prescribed over here, it don't cost anything. Subscribe to the channel. And if you really like me and you rocking with me, I got a badge at $2.99. Marcel, I thank you for continue. And anybody else with a badge on here, thank you for continue to support our small business. But most of all, supporting the pages where we are trying to help people. Everything I do, I tell y'all. And people aren't taking the fact of helping people on Facebook. I'm not going to stop talking about it, but I'm going to talk about it more over here. Because people have the mindset on, some of them, not all of them, but they have the mindset that they're entitled. Okay, Miss Harris, please be ordering. Please be ordering. Just send us an inbox. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on The Knowing. Y'all have a good night. And again, thank you. And thank you all for everything. But most of all, thank you for keeping Till and I in your prayers. I'm not out of the woods. Y'all, I feel awful. And Till feel awful. Till is already in the bed. But when this thing's got to be done, I'm going to do them. I love y'all. God loves you more. Y'all, this is Seeing It All Known on YouTube and The Knowing on Facebook. And we're out on this video.